SHMACKEMAGOB, my friends! Hey, came up with a new segment for my channel. All killer, no filler. That means albums that have nothing but great songs, no bad songs. Now, let me explain. Like, there are certain albums that I like more than these albums, but they have like a track that not too crazy about, but all the killer songs make up for it. I'll give you an example. One of my favorite songs of all time, my favorite album of all time, is Volume 4 from my favorite band, Black Sabbath. But it has FX. That little, crazy shit. Hey, it's not a song, but technically it's a track on the album. So I can't put Volume 4 in my all killer, no filler type thing. Though I will have Sabbath albums in the future. Not this time. I'm going to do 10 albums at a time. So these aren't like, I know I'm going to find better albums that are killer, no filler. Might not. But all I know is these are all killer, no filler. And I'm not going to do any newer albums because time tells if the songs are good. Sometimes you love a song and then later on you're like, I liked it more before. So these are albums I've had for many, many years, decades, that it's been decades that I realized there ain't a bad song on any of these albums. I know some of you will disagree, and please leave a comment below. I don't like that song from this album because I know I'm going to hear that. And plus, I also got an album, I know one album that I've heard a lot of people bash a certain song off it, but I love the song so. And in the future, I'll find more where people don't like certain songs off an album that I feel is killer, no filler. I found one, and I'll talk about it when I get to it. So, for now, let's start. The first Iron Maiden album, my favorite Iron Maiden album. Not a bad song on here, man. And this is the one without Sanctuary. I have the one with Sanctuary as well. But, and Sanctuary rules. But every song, Prowler, Remember Tomorrow, probably my favorite off here. Running Free, Family Opera, oh, probably my favorite on here. I don't know, I have to think about that. That's a tough one. What's better, Remember Tomorrow, Family Opera? For me, that's a tough one. Transylvania, amazing. Strange World, Charlotte the Harlot, Iron Maiden. Charlotte the Harlot, man. Those vocals that Deanna does, especially in that middle section. There was a time I caught you standing there. What a great singer Paul Di'Anno is. Very underrated. I prefer him over Bruce Dickinson, and I like Bruce's voice, don't get me wrong, on a lot of those early Maiden albums. But I dig Deanna's voice more. There was a grit, a pissed offness about not only Deanna, the whole band. You know, people always cite as Steve Harris being an amazing bass player, which he is. But I feel like after Deanna was gone, he wasn't all over the fretboard like he was on this and Killers. My opinion. He did some great bass work afterwards, but the band, there was more fire, hunger in this lineup. And this album is perfect. And I'll say something that's controversial. Killers used to be my favorite album, now it's this one. Now, Killers, I always felt like Drifter wasn't, it's not like I hate the song, but it would not make it all killer, no filler for me. Drifter is the only song that I'm kind of like about, but the rest of it, shit. My two favorite Maiden songs are on Killers. I think Purgatory and Prodigal Son are better than any song off this album. But there's not a bump track on this album. Love it. Alright, here's the one that a lot of people don't like a certain song off this album. I will tell you now, the song that a lot of people point at for this album was when I was a kid. I bought this at 15 years old when it was brand new. It was my favorite song off the album. No longer is. Probably, one of my least favorite songs, but I still love it with a passion. I'm talking about United off this album. I love United. A lot of people have a problem with United, and I've seen a lot of people say they didn't like You Don't Have to Be Old to Be Wise. Seen a lot of people say, Breaking the Law, Living After Midnight. I love it all. I love it all. The other day, Breaking the Law came on my iPod Shuffle. I'm not burnt out on that shit. That song rocks, man. So rebellious and awesome. No killer, all filler, man. from, you know, this is the other version with Rapid Fire starting it. No, actually I got the American version. Breaking the Law, Rapid Fire, Metal Guys, Grinder, United, love United, still love it. Living After Midnight, love it. You Don't Have to Be Old to Be Wise, love it. The Rage and Stealer are my favorite tracks. The way this album ends with my favorite tracks. Fucking, The Rage is just mind-blowingly heavy, killer. Starts with that bass and a little reggae and then BAM! And then Stealer. Stealer, the way Stealer ends, man. Dun, 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 with the fucking guitars going back and forth. You put that shit on the headphones. It's going over here, over there. Awesome, epic ending. And let me tell you something. Future episodes will have another Judas Priest album or 2 or 5 that are killer, no filler. This is the first one I picked. Alright. This one, definitely. And I listen to this one a lot. Dream Police. This album is amazing. Every single song. I will say this. The only thing negative I can say about this is that I wish they would stop playing I Know What I Want every goddamn time I see them. It's like, I love the song, don't get me wrong. I love it more on the album. Seeing it live, it was pretty cool back in the day. I actually saw them play on my very first concert I ever went to. May 18th, 1979, at the Miami High Life Fronton. I saw the At Budokan tour, where they played I Know What I Want before Dream Police came out. And it was great. It's a great song. It's great on here, though. But I'm tired of seeing them play it live. I wish they would retire that shit. That's the only complaint I have, but that's live. I'm talking about the album. Every single song. Dream Police, title track, amazing. Way of the World, my favorite Cheap Trick song ever. I doubt they'll ever top that song. That is my favorite Cheap Trick song. House is Rockin', what a rockin' tune, what a riff. Gonna Raise Hell, beyond epic. Beyond epic. I'll Be With You Tonight, great poppy, power pop song. Voices, amazing ballad. That still makes the fur rise in a certain part of that song toward the end, where it climaxes to the chorus at the end. You know, your voice is just what I wanted to, just what I needed to, just what I needed. You didn't know what you were looking for. Shh. Fur rises during that part. Writing on the Wall. Alright. Probably my least favorite on here, but I love it. Love that song. It rocks. I love that middle section. Alright, Tokyo. Alright, Los Angeles. Dan, dan, dan. It's just pure madness. Love it. Ray talked about I Know What I Want. I love the song. Don't get me wrong. Just stop playing it live. Jesus. Play Writing on the Wall. I haven't seen them play that since the Dream Police tour. And then it ends with Need Your Love. Epic. Little Hard Pressed. Which one do I like more? The studio version or Budokan? That's a tough one. I'll get back to you on that if I remember. But this is definitely killer, no filler. And there'll be other Cheap Trick albums in the future for no killer, no filler. All killer, no filler albums. Now this one, I heard a deep track off this on my iPod, and it's what inspired me to do this. I go, man, that album, I love that album. I know a lot of people won't agree with this one, but I don't think there's a bad song to be found on this whole album. Tooth and Nail from Dawkins. Perfect. I love every song. Even the little intro in the beginning, Without Warning, amazing. Tooth and Nail, probably my favorite track off here. Just Got Lucky, great pop, hard tune. Heartless Heart, deep track, probably a lot of people, you know, don't like it. It has that kind of like Breaking the Chains feel to it. I love it. I love that song. Don't Close Your Eyes, good heavy track. When Heaven Comes Down, probably my second favorite on here. Into the Fire rules. Bullet to Spare. I love it. I know I've seen people complain about that tune. Love it. Alone Again, beautiful, great power ballad. Love it. And ends with Turn on the Action. Turn on the night. Great killer, no filler on Dawkins Tooth and Nail. In my opinion. If it's not your opinion, leave it in the comments below. Jeez. In rock, this album is historic. It's a historic album. There's not a bum track on this album. And I'll tell you right now, Speed King. I mean, this is like, you know, this came out a couple months, or I don't know. I know it came out the same year as the first Sabbath. This album is just as metal, man. This is a fucking metal album, in my opinion. Bloodsucker? Oh, no. God damn, that's some heavy shit, man. Child in Time, I mean, can you get more epic than Child in Time? Those notes that Ian Gillan hits on Child in Time, I'm telling you, it's fucking unbelievable. Flight of the Rat, which I believe has never been performed live. Any of the lineups, they never performed Flight of the Rat. Flight of the Rat is a fucking amazing, killer, relentless slab of hard rocking greatness, man. Love that one. Then we go to Living Wreck. Oh, where's Into the Fire? I don't see that here. Oh, there it is. Into the Fire is here before Flight of the Rat. That's wrong. Flight of the Rat's before that. Into the Fire. That's like some gloomy Black Sabbath type shit. Before they fucking recorded this before the first Sabbath album. They didn't know, but that is a doomy killer, heavy song. And, you know, Into the Fire. I mean, that's fucking evil as fuck. All right. Lord, you're a living wreck. When John Lord does that. Wow. Fucking goddamn, this album. And then it ends with Hard Loving Man. Great fucking ending. Great fucking song. Great fucking album. All killer, no filler. According to me, man. Alright, oh, here we go. I'm going to throw a Thrash album. A band I don't really talk much about because, honestly, I don't hate the band, but I don't really love them like a lot of people do. But there's certain albums I do love, including this one. And here's the example of all killer, no filler. My favorite album from this band has a filler. This one doesn't. I don't like this one as much as their first album, but I wasn't a big fan of I'm 18, their cover. I love the rest, and I love that album more than this one. But this one has no fucking filler at all. This album rips. AIR, Welcome to My Nightmare. Lone Justice is very deep track, awesome track. Madhouse Rules. SSC Stand or Fall, little Danny Spitz, man. Ripping on that tune. The Enemy, Screams in the Night. Love it. Very metal. Aftershock, thrash, greatness. Great fucking drumming. It's just out of this fucking world. Armed and Dangerous, amazing song. Starts off mellow, and Joey Belladonna really shines on that tune. Medusa, probably the catchiest tune on here. Love it. Johnny Z wrote that song. And ending it off, probably their fastest, craziest song ever, Gung Ho. All killer, no filler. And I don't talk much about Anthrax on here, but I gotta say, I gotta give props to Spreading the Disease. An amazing fucking album. That's what I think. All right. Here's another one. Def Leppard. Not a bum track on here. No, I love You Got Me Running. I've seen some people say, or no. Love it all. Love this whole album. If I was going to complain about anything about this album, was that reissue one that brought Bringing On the Heartbreak keyboard version. But Me and My Wine's a great track. But this is not that version. This is the one with that I got in the box set. Let It Go, another hit and run. Saturday Night, High and Dry, Bringing On the Heartbreak. Switch 625. What a great instrumental. You Got Me Running. Lady Strange is tied for my favorite song off this album, and it's tied with Mirror Mirror. Those are my two favorite Leppard songs. On Through the Night rips. I'll never forget when I saw Def Leppard open for Ozzy Osbourne on the High and Dry tour. They opened with On Through the Night. It was great. And Mirror Mirror, I said, no. Fucking rips. I've seen people complain about that song. Not me. love No No No, love this whole album. This album, in my opinion, is all killer, no filler. All right, death metal. When it comes to death metal, this is the band that's praised the most. Not my favorite. My favorite death metal band is Morbid Angel, but I gotta give props to this album right here, man. Leprosy from Death. There is not a stinker on this album. This album, pull the plug, man. Leprosy, Born Dead, Forgotten Past, Left to Die, Pull the Plug, Open Casket, Jesus. Primitive Waves and Choke on It. Choke on it, man. This is death metal supreme. And I'm not the biggest death metal guy. I got into death metal a lot when it first started. With this is the first death metal, well, no, Seven Churches, which might be on a future episode. But still, my friend played me this. At first I didn't get it because of the vocals. I was like, ugh, what the fuck is this shit? This is now my favorite death album. Leprosy, all killer, no filler. All right. This is not that very well known, but the people that know this band and know this album know it rips. The Crown with Death Race Kings. This album, not a bum track. My favorite is probably the most commercial one, Total Satan, but man, Death Exploder, Execution, Slayer of the Light, Back from the Grave, Devil's Gate, Ride, Vengeance, Rebel Angel. Dude, that song rips. I Won't Follow, Blitzkrieg Warcraft, Deathman Song, Total Satan, Killing Star. This is a great, phenomenal album. Whatever happened to this band? They were awesome. All right, I don't know if I read 10. I said I was going to do 10 at a time. Well, if I didn't, if I went over, then I'm sorry. But there will be 10 albums from now on. Maybe I did do 10. Ignore my babbling. I want to tell you, this one right here, I got to say, it's got to be in my top 10 favorite albums of all time. The Plasmatics Coup d'etat. This album, I never get sick of it. I bought this album after I saw them open for Kiss on the Creatures of the Night tour. I ran out and bought it, and man, it hooked me. It hooked me right away. That all these years later, I think next year is going to be 40 years that I've lived with this. This whole album rips, and great cover of No Class from Motorhead. Put Your Love in Me, Stop, Rock and Roll, Lightning Breaks, and no Class as killer. I love side 1. It's so killer, no filler. Side 2's even better. Mistress of Taboo. Come on, that song. Country Fairs. Fucking, it sounds like meat's flying out of her fucking throat when she's screaming that. Give it to me, give it to me. Amazing. Path of Glory. Heavy, killer. Just like on TV, which I recorded a cover, and it's getting very difficult, my friends, getting that shit done. I did my part, but it's kind of hard to have other people put in their parts. Kind of a pain in the ass. I wish they were as, wish they were like me. Get shit done already, goddammit. Guitars, drums, and vocals are done, but guitar solos and bass are not done. Because I deal with slackers, even though I love them. I love them. Some slackers, I love. And, alright, and The Damned. I did a cover of The Damned live once. It's on YouTube. Thrash or Die, The Damned. Type it up. I did a cover of it. That's it, my friends. That is my episode of All Killer, No Filler. And, I'll be putting these up, I don't know, monthly, or maybe every other month, or maybe every other 3 months. I don't know. But, I live listening to my iPod Shuffle, and when a song pops up and I think of the album, oh yeah, that's a killer, no filler. Let me pull that out for the next episode. Anyway, there you go, my friends. So, hey, if you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel and click that little notification bell. And, hey, if you want to donate, I got a PayPal below. And leave your comments below on, these albums. Like, if you disagree. Or if you agree, whatever. If you disagree, put up, all right, I don't like this song off that album. I like to hear it. Because I'm always like, You know, it's just like when I hear somebody say, Bulls Despair sucks, I'm like, I love that one. So I kind of like, I enjoy the diverseness, is that a word? Of people that don't agree with everything I like. I love it because I don't pickle whistlers. Like many of you jackasses that get mad at me because I don't agree with a certain song you love or a certain album you love. But, you know, I understand. Your life sucks. Anyway, thanks for watching. SHMACKEMAGOB!